Hello everyone, welcome to a new Marvel Snap Zone Premium Coaching. Missed the one from last week, it is normal, I had a problem with the recording. We should be back on track, so I think this is officially number 21, but last week was 20 and didn't exist. We're probably just gonna name it. What are we gonna talk about today? We're gonna talk about the metagame, and we might change things a little bit because I don't know if everyone heard, but there's not going to be any OTAs until 2024.
Really?
Yes, they announced it. Game updates yesterday at 5:30. Holiday schedule. We're gonna have a patch on December 5th. We're gonna have a patch on January 9th. Sentence: we're not playing an OTA at this time. No OTAs are planned until New Year.
Mm.
Which means the metagame is going to move much more slowly, except when the new card is incredible. But this week is more tier, so we're just gonna assume it's not gonna be incredible. Which means the metagame is, if it will change, it's gonna change on players' initiative. Fortunately enough, the current metagame is really fun, and Annihilus created a whole mess, and it took about a month for everyone to figure out how good the Werewolf by Night was. But now it feels like enough people are really good with the card that decks around it are emerging and are doing extremely well. And this is kind of the metagame right now. Everyone basically is proactive. Compared to what we had like a couple of weeks ago, there is much less Shang-Chi, much less of Enchantress, Rogue. Shadow King is still around, mostly whenever we can fit it on turn 6 alongside another card. But the pure disruption, I'm turning a lane around, is very minimal this week. Instead, everyone is playing proactively, but not everyone is playing proactively the same way. So, on the right, we have proactive strategies which aim at developing something. I put Annihilus on the right, but it really should be in the middle because it's both proactive and disruptive. But the mind map doesn't let me middle, so I picked right for Annihilus. So we have Werewolf by Night, and it can be in decks. It can be bounce. It can be in good cards, and it can be in Loki. So in bounce, it is because we have a ton of unreveals, and it's win condition number 1. In good card Darkhawk, it's actually win condition number 2, Darkhawk being number 1. But Werewolf makes it that if we have a slow start, and for example, we don't find the Korg, the Black Widow, the Rockslide, or stuff like that, we can actually use these cards for the disruption later in the match, and they're actually going to help Werewolf. So here, Werewolf is plan B whenever we don't find Zabu. And in Loki, Werewolf is a mix of plan A and B, which is contrary to Bounce. We don't necessarily need a huge Werewolf because we already have the Collector, we already have Loki, which are providing a ton of points. But when we get Werewolf on turn 3, we just keep playing our deck and we get a 15 power card for playing our deck, so I guess someone figured it was good to do and everyone followed. So this is Werewolf. As usual, I'm just going over the metagame in general. If anyone has a question about the deck or anything, feel free to stop me. Then we have Annihilus. Why did they put it in the proactive part? Because so far, Annihilus has mostly been played in proactive deck. So it has found a home in Bounce. I don't know if it made it in any other deck. At least from the tier list. Check, but pretty sure it didn't. No, it didn't because Junk didn't make it. But I have my own decks because I've been playing Annihilus. Deleted them. So we have this. This would be lockdown. this is not. No. Well, we'll have it in lockdown. That's enough. But basically, we have it in 2 different decks. So we already discussed it in Bounce. So this is where Annihilus is plan B, Werewolf being plan A, but considering the HUD, Sentry, and Annihilus are all on reveal, they give a good curve where we can go Werewolf on turn 3, Sentry on turn 4, Annihilus on turn 5, and just slam all our cards on turn 6, or Werewolf on turn 3, bounce stuff with Beast on turn 4, Sentry and all the cards that we bounced on turn 5, and Annihilus on turn 6. Like, we can manipulate with bounce. And the other deck is basically a good cards deck or a lockdown deck, where the idea is just that because we're going to lock lanes, it's really easy to get Annihilus to work. The design here with Annihilus is you play Storm on turn 3, you play it on the right, then you Sentry on turn 4, and you put the Void on the Storm lane, and because nobody can play on that lane anymore, whenever you play Annihilus, they can counter it. Like, they cannot Professor X that lane to lock it, they can't armor it to make it that you can't destroy in case they manage to fill, etc, etc. So you're basically playing with perfect information, and it also makes your Sentry a 20 power card. It's going to be a 10 wherever it is, and it's a -10 with the Void. But in both cases so far, Junk as not being able to put up really good numbers. In both cases, Annihilus has been used in proactive decks which have tried to develop their game plan more than really trying to counter. Then we have the Forecast Synergy, which is most of the time Zabu, Dark Oak, Iron Lad, but sometimes we can see a Jessica Jones, we can see a Rescue. Miss Marvel is obviously in there. With Annihilus, I've seen quite a bit of Debris Absorbing Men in the first few days, but I think it disappeared. And the last one, surprisingly, is She-Hulk. She-Hulk is kind of coming back. She has made her way into Shuri Sauron, and she has made her way into again this deck, which has made a lot of noise on social media, which is basically another Inchinot, except you don't pass your turns, and instead of Hulk and the High Evolutionary Synergy, you just do it with Darkhawk and Mystique, where the goal is just double She-Hulk or double Darkhawk, and your turn 6 is just a bunch of 10 or more power cards. This is the Shuri list. I think this is a Shuri list that existed in the past, and it did pretty well back then. As for why it's become popular now, my best guess is everyone knows Shuri at this point, so finding a way to surprise people sounds pretty good. And then we have Inchinot, which is the third one. This is the one knows about, which would be this one. And the last one, no, we've done all the proactive decks, and now we have the decks that are developing points in order to be able to annoy the opponent later on. So we have Professor X, which is in a ton of decks this week. We have Lockdown. Right Tempo. Galactic. Ongoing? Alright, but Professor X has become one of the really popular cards of the metagame with Annihilus, for the simple reason that when your opponent plays Sentry and HUD in the game, they're very likely going to lose priority going into turn 5, so you just Professor X wherever is the Void. Usually it's on the right, except if they manage to break the game. And then the Void cannot move anymore, and Professor X is a 5-cost win a lane. So decks with Professor X have came back, which is Thanos Control and Lockdown. But we also saw new things, which is Galactus Ramp, and this one is really, really fun. The idea is on turn 4, you have 6 energy, thanks to Wave, thanks to Psylocke, thanks to Electro. Find a way to be able to play Galactus 5, basically. Let your opponent play Sentry, which is that same concept. They lose priority. Play Galactus on the lane where they played the Void. Annihilus doesn't reveal because your opponent doesn't have priority. And suddenly you just won the game because they're at minus 15 and they only have 1 turn left. And the last deck is a deck we already discussed. And funnily enough, it's now the best Destroy archetype. At least it was the best performing list this week. Destroy, which is the Destroy Tempo deck that I think it was last week. And once again, Professor X is really good. And here, I feel like this deck is just don't play Annihilus against me. Because you have Professor X, which we discussed. But we also have Carnage, which can eat the Void. We have Killmonger to destroy the Hood proactively, destroy the rocks if the person is playing debris, etc., etc. And the last thing is move opposing cards, which is represented by 5 and move. Cerebro 5 does it much more. Oh no, actually, one more deck, and that's an interesting one. Talk about it. So, Cerebro has 3 cards to move a card, which is Polaris, Spider-Man, and Stegron. Move only has Spider-Man, but they have many more points, which makes it slightly better, like less disruption, but points. And the super interesting thing is this week, the best list of Lockdown was playing Polaris. And my idea, I think this is the reason why people started doing it, is Polaris can move the Hood, so you can make sure you can move the Hood to the right, and when you Professor X, you lock both the Hood and the Void, in case they wanted to split. Alright, and what this moving opposing cards tells us, and usually that's a big tell in the metagame, is that the metagame is too diverse in order to counter something specific, and moving opposing cards always works. Because, I mean, everyone wants to play cards, and usually everyone wants to decide where their cards are going to be played. So typically, cards like Polaris, like Spider-Man, like Stegron, they're going to do really good when you enjoy disrupting your opponent, but you have no idea what kind of opponent you're going to go against. So this is kind of the all-around disruption. It's not obviously as game-breaking as a Shang-Chi or a Rogue destroying the opponent's key card, but you at least guarantee that your disruption is going to do something in almost every single game. And this is the metagame. This is where we at right now. Questions? Feel free. I never know, it's fast and no.
Professor X is really popular at the moment. I found in the ranking I'm playing, and very popular. A lot of people are using that, and Annihilus is quite popular as well.
Yes, Annihilus is pretty popular. What was the first thing you said? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Professor X is very popular at the moment. A lot of people are using it in different sort of decks.
Yep.
And Destroy is quite popular as well, with the classic Destroy with Deadpool, Null, and
well, that's really popular below Infinite. Above Infinite, it's the Destroy Tempo deck dominating.
Is this the same? This looks like the same list that Johnson, I think, had. Is it similar to that one?
Yeah, when I tested it on my YouTube and shared it on Twitter, people told me Johnson made it a couple of months ago or like last month, but I couldn't track it back, so I'm just trust them. Yeah, it's probably Johnson's list.
Yeah, I did try playing this. This is quite. I don't know. It was a good, but it's hard to pilot unless obviously you know what you're doing.
Well, this is why we're in the sessions. Know what they're doing. I mean,
crossed.
I'm not, but I'm the coach, so I don't need to. You guys have to be.
I know when we started playing around with that a week ago, you suggested Legion as a possible swap for Vision, and I found that to be very successful.
Yeah, like when you look at the deck, you look at all the cards and you're like, what is Vision doing? It's definitely the flex spot.
Mhm.
Like, I've seen people play Nimrod in that slot for when they don't find Alioth and they just double destroy Nimrod. I've seen people play Lady Deathstrike for extra. Like, they basically consider it a second Professor X. Like, if your opponent goes Annihilus, you just Deathstrike the Void and the Hurt, so you don't have to care about it. It actually helps your death in the process. But yeah, basically consider that Vision is any 4 or 5 cost that you think. Like, you probably could play Chavez or Iron Lad because cards in literally.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Vision is the flexible card, 100%. Right. So, if there are no further questions that discuss specifically, it is time to pick a side. So, you don't necessarily have to pick one of the 6 sides, because we can mix things. For example, Werewolf plus Annihilus represent Bounce. Can I link to? Yes, I learned it. But like this. Rain. No, I want the other way. 1. So, Werewolf plus Annihilus is Bounce. 4 cost synergy plus Werewolf is good cards. She-Hulk plus 4 cards synergy is double up. Annihilus plus 4 card synergy, lockdown. I don't know if it's very clear. Arrows. And then we have mixes this way. Professor X. Yeah, actually, like, lockdown is Annihilus plus 4 cost plus Professor X. Way too different. What else? So move opposing cards is Cerebral move. And Professor X is a flurry of decks. Spoke about it, so it can lock down. Well, actually, it's just gonna be lockdown because that's the better on the list. Now it is time to pick a side. Which decks are you interested in?
I mean, I've been enjoying Destroy Tempo, but I'm also good to try something
Yes,
new.
we have a tempo somewhere. What's the mix?
Classic Destroy in a Lockdown.
Yeah, but like it's Professor X.
Oh, Professor X, Legion.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm trying to see
and
where I
Alive.
would put it on this map.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no destroy. But like proactive development, like spider.
I'm trying.
Yeah, it's okay. Actually, I will put destroy tempo because. Okay, so we have someone for destroy tempo. The others, what are you interested in, or want to learn playing tonight? And explore the metagame. Seamus, I know you ranked, so feel free to let us know. Player 1.
Either double up or yeah, I don't mind trying double up because that's usually with the moon, because obviously you use moon gold quite a lot with Devil Dino in series 2, series 3 quite a bit.
Yeah, but there's no Devil Dino in that.
No, I mean just as like because you're using the same sort of thing, you're playing it on turn 4.
Okay. Not for long, is it? You want to play the deck that you linked before, or want to pick?
Oh no, let's try Bounce. I wouldn't mind you watching me play Bounce, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Going for
Yeah, I would love to
difficult
see
one.
that in works. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just send all chat. Is there anyone that fancies?
Oh, you know the Midwestern rule. It can't be me.
Yeah, but you know the rule. It should be bishop, and he's not here.
Okay, a twist.
Heh! Counter.
Well, how about you pick?
All right, let's go for Seamus first because he wanted to fix his rank. So maybe that'll probably be longest. So I think I linked all 3 decks. Obviously, we discussed the lists and actually start. So Seamus, are you fine starting?
Yeah, I don't mind. That's
Okay.
fine.
Did
I'm
you?
just trying to get the list.
It's in the chat and I'll screen. 12th card is likely armor, counter potential alias, stuff like this. So, can you break it down for me? Can you tell us how do we play this deck? What's the purpose? Have you ever done this exercise with us? I don't think so.
No, but I
So-
played Dark Oak before. I got it early in Series 3.
Yeah, but I'm a very annoying. So, we usually have 3 questions that are important to answer about a deck.
Okay.
Number 1 is how does this deck win? Number 2 is which cards are at the core of this game plan. Number 3 is being able to name 1 good and 1 bad matchup.
Okay. It's going to be interesting. So the core is definitely the Dark Oak package. So with Korg, Rockslide, Dark Oak, sorry, and Black Widow with
Okay.
Zabu. The bad matchups would obviously be with anything that's like Sarah Control, maybe, because they might be playing Enchantress or Rogue to stop our Dark Oak. And then maybe a Destroy deck, because then if they can destroy a Quinjet and the
The last
Rocks.
card is going to be armor.
Okay, that makes sense. Good matchups would be a maybe like Thanos would be a good matchup because you'd obviously they'll have loads of cards in their deck anyway, and other matchups would rely on card draw like maybe Loki. But
I don't know if Loki's bad match. It depends when.
yeah, that's what I mean. If they're Loki late, then you've got an advantage. If they're Loki early, or if they can get it out earlier, then they've got an advantage.
I think a bad matchup probably would be like lockdown.
Yeah, because you
Because you
don't want
have
to
to
have
play
space.
proactively. Like you can't take a turn to. Or I mean, if you win Jet into Zabu, then you can Moon 5 on turn 4 and double Darkhawk on turn 5, but that never.
Right.
Good matchup. Because these are good cards, so it's hard to actually find. Considering we have armor, we will probably. I'm pretty sure we beat deck because we're gonna be able to compete, but we're gonna be much more flexible. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get into because we just identify which lane we can't win or destroy or discard or stuff. Oh, and we have Dorkok, so Thanos is automatically all righto. Are you ready to share?
Almost. So we've got Core, Quinjet, Zabu, Armor, Black Widow. Black Widow is the one I didn't put in. Just making the deck list whilst I was talking. Right, okay, so let me just load up the game.
You managed to share.
Yeah, I think me, Bishop, and Silvermint, we did get it to work, but there was still a bit of flicker and stuff, so I don't know how well it'll come across, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll be alright.
Alright.
A bit of flicker was Bishop's half.
Okay.
He's not here to defend himself.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
No, it's just lockdown.
Okay. Great. Cool. Music.
And I'll turn.
I think we lost Seamus. Oh.
Alright, I guess I'll connect to my account. Okay, I guess I'll play a game. Lots back in otherwise. Decks and let's. Righto. Oh, Seamus.
Okay.
Oh yeah, ladder is. I booted the game, Seamus, because I could just buy time. Feel free to get set in the meantime, so I'll showcase the deck in the meantime.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Sorry, I did get the game up, but I don't know. Do you want me to try again, or?
Sure. Like whenever you're ready, go for it.
Okay, go live. Can you see it now?
She's loading.
It's loading.
Great.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Alright, then I'll just finish this one. Move on to yours.
Yeah, that's fine.
Black Widow. Hope they record that. Can you just remove the music, please?
Okay.
Right. Not go. What is in my deck? 7 cards, 2 rocks. If I get Moon Girl, I'm really. If I get armor, I'm not really. If I get armor here, Rock Slide is okay. So I get Rock Slide and Moon Girl, which are. Zabu isn't. Like 3 out of 6 because Travis. Rock. What?
Oh.
Alright, they're playing literally like. Not the counter, but deck that's. Org? I guess Miss Marvel is. We could just Miss Marvel Mystique. But then maybe I don't even. Because I want to reduce the chances of my cards moving here because drawing Chavez is anything. Sending a rock to them doesn't. Marvel as well. Ah. Now I can't even Mystique left or right because the middle is not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess Darkhawk, Org. Otherwise it doesn't. Okay. I don't really know why I'm in this game. Oh. Wait. Wait.
Wait.
Wait.
What?
We just won a game. Alright. And this is how you play this
Oh,
deck. You just throw cards and hope your opponent fucks up.
that's right.
Okay, so this
And then
was...
sound very surprised at the end.
Yeah, and just make it like you didn't plan on doing it. Of course, it's just surprise effect. But yeah, what... So... We
Wow.
obviously didn't get what we wanted. We didn't get Moon Girl. But we get the points. And, I mean, we can remove it... Even if we remove the 5 from Atlantis... Like, this is a draw where we got both for good cards, which is Darkhawk and Miss Marvel. And we got like 15, 14, and 7. Which is not so bad, actually. That's probably not enough in most cases. But considering this is the bad of this deck, I think that shows like already we have some kind of potential.
Well, and that Grand Web is a really hard location for Miss Marvel deck, so
Yes. Pool of Iron Lad. Right, Seamus. Are here for you. Was the way.
Can you still see?
Yep.
Okay. Wait, hang on.
I think you have Shiri still.
Yeah, I'm moving to the deck. As you can tell, I like trying different decks.
Yeah, so many.
Alright. Hopefully this should be the deck. I should have checked it, but
Trust you.
thank you. But glad you do.
Righto. Alright, at least we can play. So try to talk to us while playing. Try to let us know what's going through your
Okay. Well, I've got a decent curve, so I could play Korg easily. Obviously, Korg armor. Armor might play on the right, just in case, because I haven't got anything that can really reach there. I'm gonna play Korg on the left for now. To start.
Okay, so before you played Korg on the middle and now it's on the left. Any reason why you
Yeah.
changed?
Just in case, because if I'd have to armor, this is quite good now. This I
Well,
could armor potentially.
because the thing is now you have to win Eternity Range. Because if
Yeah.
you lose Eternity Range, you get a rock, and Korg and the rock would have the same cost, and it would turn off Miss Marvel. Now you're forced to win.
Okay. That makes sense.
Your hand probably wins it. That's the good.
Armor on the right now, I think.
Nah, I would go left. You need to win Eternity Range, so you're probably gonna dump Darkhawk there. And armor is good there. It'll protect your Darkhawk from Shang-Chi. And it also makes Rogue a 50. Not so bad.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Mm. Oh,
It's really good now. So I could potentially snap here, play Darkhawk. Would I play Darkhawk now? Or would I play on turn 5 with Mystique?
No, I would still try to win that Eternity. You can Mystique on it also. I don't know if I would snap because Ravona can be a Mr. Negative deck. And Mr. Negative is really, really strong into.
yeah.
So I'll play cautiously just to see what happens. Yep. Mr.
Mm.
Negative. Yep. So would you do this?
Not rock there. No,
Unless
they're both 3 costs.
Yeah, unless you're gonna miss Marvel to the right. You could miss Marvel to the right and say 10 in the middle is better than 5 on each side.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You could even make a case for saying it's better to copy Miss Marvel than it is to copy Darkhawk, by the way. I
Okay.
wouldn't, but I think it's no. I think it's good to go Mystic right, Rock Slide. You just keep your options open. Because here Miss Marvel would be a 10, but Darkhawk is much bigger because you have Rock Slide.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Oof.
Okay, there's a reflex that you need to have, which is whenever they play Jane Foster, you need to click on their avatar to know how many cards they drew.
7 to go full hand.
Other thing is Jane Foster draws 0. Yeah, it's 0 cost, not 0 power. So they didn't draw rocks.
Nope.
Okay, can we still win this game?
Maybe, but it's trickier.
What's left in the deck?
Ours?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna draw Chavez.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Chavi's
Yeah.
the next turn now.
Ooh.
I mean, we have to play Miss Marvel and Black Widow. But you slice it. No, there's no point playing her on the left. Play her in the middle. Like if you play her on the left, it's 5 on the left, 5 in the middle. Play her in the middle, it's 5 on each lane.
Black Widow, right?
Sure. Well, they're really nice. They went off on turn 5. You know if we have a chance to win. Armor? Get armor. Get boy.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we lost the right. Probably lost.
Yeah. There's a retreat now, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, so 2 things to note from this game. Number 1, you don't really know where you're going. It really feels like you're playing turns 1 by 1. Which is a big problem. Especially as when your opponent went Ravonna into Mr. Negative into Snap, you didn't even ask yourself, do I want to stay or not? And this
Yeah, I
is a
didn't
question.
know.
What?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yeah, but it's not about knowing. Like, you never know because you can't see the future. It's about asking yourself. It's about trying to see what kind of information I have already, where am I in my deck, how progressed I am, and this kind of things. Like, card games are about guessing. And the idea is you want to collect all the information available so you can make the most educated guess. Here, because you're playing turn by turn, you're leaving a lot of information on the table, which means your decisions are not as educated as they could be. And the
That
second
makes sense.
thing
Yeah.
is because you don't really know where you're going with in your game, you're kind of throwing your cards, for example. Like, for example, turn 1, you played Korg in the middle at first, and then you played it on the left. There wasn't really a reasoning on why that changed. At the end, Black Widow was just thrown somewhere, and stuff like this. Same for Miss Marvel, you played it on the left when it didn't really make sense because it was literally leaving 5 points on the table. These kind of things. So I think what we need to work on first and foremost is let's try to make sense of what you're trying to do. So once you've established your game plan, you know how to make it happen. And once you understand a little bit what your opponent game plan is, then you'll be able to react to snaps, to retreats, to that kind of stuff, because you'll be able to compare where both decks are in their development. Ask yourself, all right, I think this one's gonna win, or I think that one's gonna win.
Yeah,
Alright,
that makes a lot of sense.
play games. Share screen acting up for other people. Oh, that's pretty nice.
Yep.
This hand becomes absolutely good as soon as if we get Moon Girl, this hand is
So here I play Queen Jet left.
nope, I will play it to the right. Because you have Quinjet plus Zabu, you can play both on the right. First, you know there's a featured location, and you don't know where it is, but you know it's not on the left. So there's a chance you're gonna be need of winning the location like 30 range. You know it's not left, so you never play left here. Makes sense. And because Quinjet and Zabu do not share the same costs, you can actually play them together, which means right, because or you know you play both cards because you won't.
Right. That makes sense.
And because we have magic, if Eternity Range reveals in the middle, we don't really care. We just check. All right, we have the absolute nuts. What do we do when we have the absolute nuts?
Snap.
Yes, sir. Ha! 1 cube. 1 turn, 1 cube. Best ratio in the game. I mean, this is worth a 6 cube game. All right, so
In what sense? What do you mean by that?
what?
What do you mean by that? This is where the 6 cube game.
Well, if you play 1 turn and you get 1 cube, it's the exact same as if you play 6 turn and you get 6 cubes. Like time-wise, you get as much time per like cubes for your time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
I think that's one of the reasons why I struggle, with like flexible decks. I don't really have it mapped out in my head what I'm gonna do on the later turns or what I'm gonna do if I don't get the card. Whereas something like Shuri, you have that it's a very, how can I say, linear pattern that you follow.
Yeah.
I can't play anything now, so I have to end turn.
Yeah, but we have Zabu, we have Dark Hawk with. Oh, we have the nuts once again.
Yep.
Except there's one
Snap
difference this time. It's a destroy deck, and destroy can beat your, but you
Yep.
can make it a way that they can't.
Yeah, if I play Zabu here on the right, and then if I get Rock Slide, I can play Rock Slide and Bar Sinister.
I might as well play Miss Marvel on 20 on each lane is pretty.
Yeah.
Well, that's good and bad. Good because we have cards. Not so.
Yeah, because you can't double up now.
Oh, you could empty.
So would it be play? Yeah. Then you play Miss Marble now, and then play Dark Oak next turn. Oh,
Forward. Might as well play Black Widow.
should I play him on the right and then?
Right, because they're Zabu and they're both two. No, the left is good. It's not the right. No, no, no. Left. We want to play it left.
Sorry, hang on.
No worries. Then Korg. You'll live it.
Yeah,
Okay, it's a Deadpool.
banned.
We have to be careful because Destroy is extremely strong at abusing Borsin.
Yeah,
Probably better
especially if
than
they
you.
have Venom.
Oh, they copied us.
Tempted to play Armor to stop Atuma from blowing up. And then play Quinjet with Zabu, maybe.
Armor for sure. We really need.
No,
Are we gonna
no,
have
not
time
really.
for?
No.
I'm pretty sure you could get away with just Miss Marvel on turn 5 in the middle. Then turn 6, you just Warcock Mystic. You can play Mystique on the left. Oh wait, Armor. Armor is a 2, so Black Widow and Armor can. Miss Marvel. Definitely. Well, we
Would
could
Mystique work?
Warcock.
So now I've got options now.
Well,
I
there's
play
another
Miss Marvel
way.
now.
There's another thing you can do is play Quinjet plus Moon Girl. And so next turn you can double Dorcock and Miss Marvel.
Okay. The Quinjet here. Moon Girl to the right.
So where are you gonna play Miss Marvel? Actually, Miss Marvel is not gonna work. But we'll just double Dorcock and Misty. So yeah, Moon Girl to the right, and next turn we'll just Dorcock, Misty. Well, we'll see how many points you have, of course. Very nice of them not to do this on Bar Sinister. Deadpool and Carnage on Bar Sinister. Pretty sure we were out. Okay, so
Yeah,
we
they
can
helped
win
us
the
out.
left. Do you know how big is your Dorcock?
They've got one in the deck.
Yeah, so it's
So would I play Dark Oak in the
you
middle?
really want to play a 2-power Darkhawk?
No.
Why are we doing it? See, that's what I meant.
Sorry.
See the information, react to the. We had a plan around Darkhawk, but we checked the deck too late. Your Miss Marvel is not gonna work on the left, but it's gonna work on the right. You could Miss Marvel Metal Iron Lad left. Would get plus 20 on the right, and that wins us the game. I think that wins us the game because very nice of them, because they could have Deadpool, Metal, and Null right. They would have won. Wahaha. I don't know who's Olympia, but they're rating pop.
Oh, couple
You
of
would have
rocks.
had a bigger Darkhawk. Still not big enough. But...
Yeah. No.
Alright. So, once again, we need to do a better job at controlling and using.
Okay.
Like, you're playing Darkhawk, you need to know how many cards are in your deck. We're playing Miss Marvel, we need to think about where we're playing our cards, so make sure Miss Marvel is activated. We see Boar Sinister, we need to know, once we know what our opponent plays, what can they do with Boar Sinister, etc., etc. Like, we need to keep that information in mind at all times, because this is what we use to make choices. Like, we're not playing Darkhawk just because it's a Darkhawk deck. Like, if Darkhawk is a 2-power, I'm not playing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It's only obviously worth playing if I had managed to put more rocks into their deck and they'd had more in hand.
Well, it's also
Like they had
that
3, so
Olympia said your Darkhawk is the -4.
yeah, because it's the two
There's
two cards
that.
being
And they
drawn up.
also played Nico Minoru, which drew them 2 more cards. Like, remove these 4 cards, and your Darkhawk was actually a 10.
Yeah.
But see, these are like, a game is not you and your opponent, and you're each playing your deck, and at the end we count the points. No. The events and are impacting your deck. You're interacting with what your opponent is doing. There's like a ton of information everywhere. The locations, your opponent, the order you draw your cards, and all these kind of things. And you need to include all of this in how you make choices.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Alright.
Yeah, this
Go.
is in my first. Yeah, that's fine. This is my first TCG, well, card game,
No
so I'm
problem.
trying to obviously still get.
We all had to learn at some point. Ask Silvermint what we discussed in the first. It was
I will after this.
We literally covered the difference between proactive and reactive decks. And this was necessary in part
Right.
because I love reactive decks, and he kept saying, "But where's the points?" And I'm like, "I don't understand. I'm a reactive deck." So that was week 1.
Fair enough. That makes
Mhm.
sense.
It was the same
Reactive
as
is
this,
usually.
like, it's the same as if someone told you, "I'm hungry." Like, what do you want to eat? I'm hungry.
Yeah, I agree. You're hungry. Let's get the check. There was a step missing.
Alrighto. Do we want Vibranium Minds deck?
For us, no, because then it means we can't Moon Girl. It'd be difficult if.
Okay.
It'd be
If
hard
we're
if our
playing somewhere
opponent
else.
plays them there.
Where are we playing?
I am playing them right.
Is this, yeah, right. Same situation as the previous. We have Corrigan at 2 cost, and we can play them together regarding Miss Marvel. We're gonna play both on the right, because it's not gonna reveal until we play them. So if it's an unplayable, that's done. Oh, alright. Do we care about this rock? Is it important that we get the rock or not?
Not really, no.
Okay, then we don't necessarily have to fight for it. Do we want to play armor or do we want to play Black Widow though?
Yeah.
Personally, I want to play Black Widow because I don't know if I need to defend, but I know them not drawing is going to be annoying. Wow. They countered our deck. We can't Moon Girl anymore.
Nope.
Oh, we can Moon Girl again.
I'm thinking play Zabu in the middle with maybe Armor on the right,
I think
and
I
then play
would
Moon
play.
Girl.
I would play Sentinels. Oh, Miss. Can't really play it right because you have a 2. I think you play everything.
Both the Sentinels as well.
Or you could play Sentinel Armor, but... Or maybe we play left. Except the rocks. They're 1/4. They're not so bad. You could play Armor left. Like Sentinel, Metal, Armor left. We have 2 costs a little bit everywhere. If we get 1/4s, it's not so bad. Like, honestly, we could copy a 1/4. Just float the board with those. That works. That's kind of nice of them to tell us exactly what we need to do. Like, they're gonna give us a rock, but we know exactly what we need to do.
Yep.
Ah. Master Mole and Professor.
Now we'll play Rock Slide on the left. Sorry, on the right. I was looking at left, then I stopped right, then I said left for some reason. But
Well, it's mostly because there's still Dorkhawk in your deck, and drawing it would be now that we have Rock Slide. Because like you got all the support to Darkhawk. Like, you got Korg, Black Widow, and Rock Slide. Cosmo.
that worked out,
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect, perfect.
Whose side are they on?
See, Vibranium doesn't really work now, does it? On the right.
Can't play on the right. If you play on the right, you tell them exactly what they need.
Yeah.
Considering you probably already lost metal, you are forced to play left. And the rocks don't matter at this point because next turn you draw Chavez, no matter what.
Vibranium here.
What did
and
we
then
say about not being able to play on the right 5 seconds ago? You have to play left. Forced to. Because you're probably gonna have to compete for both lanes. The only advantage you have right now is the fact that you know they have to pass 2 energies. That's all.
Yep.
Okay, they passed. What does that tell you?
Inchino.
Okay, what does
Yes.
Inchinot mean? What are we expecting?
So I'm expecting them to play a She-Hulk on the right and then a Infinite on the left.
Well, they can't do that because She-Hulk cost 1.
Oh yeah, the skip. So I could play Chavez here on the left, on the right. Sorry.
They can play Infinite.
That.
Just Infinite. Lose because you would have 20 and they would have 23.
Yep.
Question is, are you willing to risk it? That's the only thing you lose to. Well, you could also lose to She-Hulk and a 5 cost. No, there's more than one thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to risk it because they've snapped as well. If he hadn't snapped, I would have probably stayed in.
Okay, it's fine to retreat. there's no point retreating later when your opponent snapped because they can't retreat. But that's a good habit.
Yeah, if it had played here on the right, then obviously that would have messed up there for sure. Well, I was stuck anyway, but that would have made it more difficult because then obviously they were what? That would have been 15 if I would have played either of them. And then they could have easily beat that with
Yes,
with 2
and
decks.
same thing about information. If you play Vibranium on the right, the question for them is really easy. Can I beat Phoenix or not? You don't want to make it easy for your opponent. You want to make it easy for you.
Yeah, for sure.
So the goal with this game is to develop as much as possible, but hiding it as much as possible. Like 25 points played in a way that you can't see, like you can't see them coming, is much more difficult to counter than 30 points, which you're 100% where they're gonna be.
Yeah.
You need to be unpredictable in some way, because if you're predictable, then your opponent is just in a very simple situation, which is, do I beat that or do I leave? Like, the way you make cubes in this game is keep people in the game. If your opponent leaves and gives you 1 cube every single game, unless you win most of your games, like unless you win like 8 out of 10 games, it's gonna take a very, very long time to climb.
Yeah.
You need to keep people in games. Way to keep people in games is them guessing. As soon as there's no guessing, there's no more like people staying, or there's a lot of defeat.
Yeah, because it's predictable. They then know what to do. They can obviously then just play how they want to play rather than playing how I want them to play.
Alright, let's play last one before.
Okay. I think that's a key takeaway for me to try to like obviously work. Why am I playing this card here? Why does it need to go here?
It's based on your game plan. It's based on how you anticipate the game to go.
And that's obviously based on the information, like obviously the opponents give me with their deck and what the locations are giving me, I'm assuming.
I mean, I think it's the most natural thing in the world to want to play Darkhawk in a Darkhawk deck, for example. But thinking about where do I want to win, where can I win, where are they trying to win? Sometimes that means you don't play Darkhawk, right? It means that there's no predictable game plan with the cards. You never know what you're going to put down until you read the board.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's something that I can struggle with sometimes. Queen Jet on the right like we did before, the last 2 games.
Yes, because we have armor. You can play our 2 cards before it reveals. You have points. Well, I guess Queen Jet Zabu is better than Queen Jet Armor. Now our deck is filled with great cards for Iron Lad. We already got Queen Jet and Zabu. I think you have Armor in hand. You have Mystique in hand. Do we actually have a bad pool with Iron Lad? Oh,
Yeah, Kog maybe.
a Korg is. Do we want to armor? You have priority.
If we armor, we probably give him a towel that they can then play here and here, right and left.
Play armor, we probably what?
If you play armor, then they can then just play on the right and on the left and avoid playing in the middle.
Yes. But if you don't play armor, they can play wherever they want. But I'm not saying we should play armor. Maybe it's better to play Iron Lad just because we have 3 energies. Like, maybe it's just Iron Lad to the left. Hope for the best. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, we're definitely gonna armor both. Okay. Hey, Shadow. No, that's not good. But now we definitely don't want them to.
So would I play armor I'm thinking to play armor in the middle and then armor on the left.
Yeah, you can armor middle, armor left, Black Widow left.
Yeah.
No, Black Widow middle, would you say?
Oh, you could play Black. Actually, yeah, Black Widow middle. She's not gonna contribute, but it's just for Miss Marvel purpose. Right, you're right. But now we still need to find a way to win lanes because we could very well lose the right, and we're not really strong in the middle. We still have Darkhawk.
Yeah.
Darkhawk is gonna be okay because we got Black Widow too. Wahaha, good armor.
I could play Mystique and Miss Marvel now. In the middle.
Well, it doesn't work on the right.
Oh yeah, because of the 2/2s.
You could also Moon Girl. Get Miss Marvel at. And you could like Miss Marvel, Mystique next turn. I think I would Moon Girl.
Okay, Moon Girl to the left, maybe.
There's Iron Lad already. Wait. Might actually be Moon Girl right, maybe. But where do we
Yeah,
because it's not gonna work in the middle either because we have 2. Yeah,
maybe
okay.
here
Nah,
because
play
then
it
you get
middle.
3.
Play it middle for now. We'll just stay flexible. This one is different. Really different. But at least we have points. Oh, they destroyed 0, so
This seems. Oh, okay.
I see here something basic, but were you playing Miss Marvel because we discussed this last turn, or did you already know what you wanted to do?
I was thinking play Miss Marvel there, middle. Mystique on the right. And then Mystique on the left.
Probably would have lost the game. The middle is lost. You can't win middle. Except if you Chavez middle. Because your Chavez beats their Wolverine and she takes the double. Now, either you play Chavez in the middle, and that's your play. Or, if you go for the Miss Marvel shenanigans, you abandon middle. So if you abandon middle, Miss Marvel, you're going to play it to the right. Because you want the 5 points there. Because the only location which can receive your Miss Marvel buff, the left. What you wanted to do would have been Miss Marvel on the right, then Miss Marvel in the middle. Because
Alright, okay, so play Miss Marvel
Mystique on
here.
the left does nothing. Because she can't buff middle, and she's a 0. Mystique on the right does nothing. The only way Mystique actually does something is if you play her in the middle. But the thing is, we only have 1 space. Might as well play Miss Marvel herself because she's 5 points. So the play was either you Chavez middle and you're head on every lane and you're just like try to beat 2 while you're at plus 10 on the left and plus 5 on the right, which was already pretty good. Or Miss Marvel to the right via 10, and Miss Marvel middle or left, whatever, it's plus 5 to the left.
Okay, so I wouldn't play Miss Marvel at all here. So basically there and there for the
Yeah, it
Miss
was
Marvel
either
and then
double Miss
Chavez.
Marvel or America Chavez.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, see,
Yeah,
once again, like, during the game, we're discussing combos, because this deck is based around building certain combos and trying to make them work. But,
Yeah.
once again, it's not because the deck wants to do it that you have to do it. The cards are just pixels. They don't decide what happens. It's up to you every game, just like the Darkhawk in the game, to check. Alright, what does that card do? Mystique copies Miss Marvel. Okay, but what does he do actually in terms of points? Your Mystique was 2 energy, 0 points. That's a terrible deal. So like, try to translate what's written on the card into what it actually does in the game. Mystique copies Miss Marvel is very appealing. Mystique gives me 0 points, just makes me want to throw up. But in that situation, both sentences are true. It copies Miss Marvel and it gives me 0 point. But that's actually the 0 point that we care about.
Yeah, in this situation, yeah. Because you end up
But
far
it's
ahead,
all
yeah.
about the situation. Our goal as players in a card game is to navigate situations. That's all we can do. We don't decide on the draws. We don't decide the locations. We don't decide our opponent. Our job is literally to pick up as much information as possible and navigate it. That's all we do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alrighto, not for long. Are you ready for some bouncing?
Let's bounce.
Let's bounce. And Silverman, considering we already played Destroy last week, and we have some kind of complicated decks this week, we'll probably just play a few games at the end, but I want to spend the majority of the time on the more.
I agree, and I want to watch Bounce with Werewolf in it, so I'm happy with that.
Okay. Let me put up the.
That makes 2 of us, Silverman.
Alright, so this is the list. Well, not.
All right, should be good.
Yep.
I got this right? It was the one that you posted.
So this was the one from the tier list. If you're asking my opinion, I think Black Widow is a relic of when Darkhawk was in the deck, and Darkhawk is not in the deck. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be Iceman. It's just as disruptive, except it's much more navigate Falcon.
All right. You don't think it? I'm just with like the Annihilus Century Hood package to complement that, and then the Black Widow Beast Black Widow.
Yeah, it forces people to play -1 powers. The thing people don't realize is I'm just always gonna play that on the right lane. And so yes, I'm gonna have -1s. But in exchange for that -1, your -10 is gonna destroy instead of switching side.
All right.
Like, if
I have not played Iceman. No, it makes a lot of sense. Because you're just trying to fill the other location to stop the whole Annihilus thing, and you'd much rather -10 than -1.
yeah, even if it's -1 twice. Plus, Iceman right now is insane in the Professor X metagame. Because the big problem with Annihilus is when you play Sentry on priority. So they usually have priority for Prof X. Except when Prof X is a 6 cost, it's much more difficult to play.
Yeah, a 6-cost Prof X is much worse than Annihilus at that point.
Well, it's also that you can't play Prof X before Annihilus anymore, and priority is not a concern.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just like, but that's my 2 cents. Like, we can definitely play the Black Widow list if you like it better. As long as we don't play Ghost, I'm happy.
We won't be playing Ghost. Don't you worry.
All right, let's. This. Oh no, we're playing.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the best card in the deck.
Yeah, we have all the good cards. I don't. I am not a bouncing aficionado, but there is no reason to be holding 1-drops, really, right?
No, you're literally gonna Falcon.
Okay.
Like, we're gonna go Forge Falcon Werewolf, and then we'll be Forge Beast or Will Sentry.
Oh, and Beast our Falcon.
You want a Falcon to the right because there's that feature station that you probably want to.
Is it the rock one? Yes, it's the rock one. Because we just saw that like 20 times. Okay.
Oh, Bounce on Elysium.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you can.
That's just us. Just trying to think.
It's just that's what. And want to play
No.
Werewolf somewhere else. So you can forge.
Oh, because I want a Falcon. Yeah.
And then you can Spider-Ham somewhere else because you care about bouncing. So basically, you're building your right land.
Beast and then
But then you don't want Werewolf on that lane and Spider-Ham. Unless they play the pig, you have very little reason.
makes sense. Sequencing.
Hey,
that's what we're doing today.
Literally everything with Bounce. Like, Bounce is just like a person with a lot of control freak problems. Oh no, I wonder what they're gonna play.
Not debris. That's all I know. I don't want that. It's the Destroy Draw 2.
I know, but we could still.
Are you sacrificing Beast?
No, but we could still play after Beast on the effect, but just like because you're gonna pick up Forge and that kind of stuff, and that's destroyable.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Forge Beast.
Because he played Sentry, so we know he plays Annihilus, which means you really want yours to send it back. And suddenly drawing 2 cards makes a lot of sense if we anticipate they're gonna Annihilus. Because we're bounced right now. They don't know we play Annihilus. Maybe they just send the Void right now, and then we want to find our Annihilus to send it back.
Oh, I do hope they send the Void. Okay. That makes sense. It really isn't any time that you want less cards, but
nobody never less cards with doesn't exist.
Okay. Good with that. You can go mill. It doesn't really matter. Actually, does it? I'm trying to lose priority here. Annihilus on turn 6.
If you have priority, you just fill the right. You're bound, and you're gonna draw 2 cards. Filling the right is extremely easy.
Okay.
No, you just
are we centering this turn?
No.
Yes.
Falcon to the so wait, no, we play Shadow King to the right. Wait. Forge? Yeah. Shadow King to the right.
Right, and then Falcon to the left.
Middle. Where you have the most space.
We have the least space in the middle.
Forge is going to destroy.
Forge is dead.
Yeah, but Falcon's going to pick up Ham and Nico.
True. Oh my god, it's so difficult to play bounce. Okay, play it left.
Yes.
Yes.
Sentry?
No, next turn. Like, the idea here is next turn we're going to fill the right. And so we're immune to his Annihilus, and we don't summon or void because we're full. Well, of course we draw Annihilus and Hood, because why not? But now we have all the choices. If they play Annihilus...
That Shadow King was a waste. We should have Shadow King to second. Yeah.
What? Oh, that's gonna be hilarious when we go Hood and Annihilus.
You don't think they play Alioth?
Oh, they might.
Probably do. I mean, if you're Galactus and not playing Alioth, it's not worth my cubes. That was wonderful.
We had way too many game plans, except, oh my god, they're gonna Galactus. But so I had a hint. We needed to play Falcon in the middle.
Would that have changed
But we would have a werewolf in the middle, and Galactus never reveals.
Okay. Yeah, well.
It was pure luck, but...
Planning.
We didn't think about Galactus. We could have thought about, like, oh, there's a 1% chance they maybe play Galactus in the...
I was trying to figure out if I was going to forge my Shadow King, and I did, so I don't know if we were at a Galactus in the middle levels today, but...
Well,
yeah, there's way too many things.
So we just played Thunder 27, and now we're playing somebody ranked 27.
Hey, Bunny.
What a coincidence.
That's
I knew
right.
matchmaking was rigged.
Well, we don't... There's no rank Bunny. Good. Change next. Although that would be a cool sentence. Where are you? I'm rank Bunny in Marvel. Wow.
Is that good or bad?
I have no idea. It's just cute.
That's right. Wait, they're Bunny, we're playing Bounce, which is a hopping deck. Wait, okay, hold on. I'm going to get my whiteboard.
They're playing Bounce themselves.
They're definitely playing Bounce. Well, maybe not definitely, but...
Wait.
Rank 27 and playing Nico?
You could have just thrown Falcon left.
Okay. Are you that proactive with your Falcons?
It's not that I'm proactive, it's just it's probably gonna die in my hand. Like, if you draw an Annihilus, you have turn 3, turn 4, turn 5. When are you playing Falcon?
6? I don't know.
Well, you need to have enough energy for it. Because, like, on turn 6, I'm gonna play Shadow King before I play Falcon.
They buffed their Shadow King too.
Options.
Oh.
Because I do like that. But what do I want that to be?
There's a rule, which is if you have Werewolf on 3, probably play.
Alright, we're following the rules today.
I mean, you can do cute plays, or you can have a 20 power trick off.
I'm a fan of the cute plays.
They are playing Bounce.
But your opponent is a bunny. You lose the cute. You lose the cute.
Forge into Falcon.
Nico is +2.
Yeah.
You would replay them next turn. Yeah, so forge right, go left. You give.
You definitely don't give them something if they're doing the exact same thing as us.
Why not just Sentry and have that be destroyed by Hollow?
Ooh, that is thoughtful. I like that. That sounds fun. Machine World?
Much to it, but yeah, you can.
Why not? Take it. They're not playing Annihilus.
No, they're a core Dark.
Yep.
We just still have to Annihilus. For now, it's at least fun.
I
Ooh.
think this is what I want to do.
Why do we? Oh,
Is that not the way you want to do it?
Falcon. I have to pay your cards next.
Energy
But
so
if you do it this way, you get a turn with a lot of 1 cost. If you do it the
Well,
other way, you have a turn with Chavez and 0. But then I think
So
it's 4
what
dice
you
man.
are
To me, it's 4 dice man, not Nico.
are we putting all of them together
That's because
and our wolf at the same time?
won't bounce Iceman. Forge right. No, that's fine.
Oh, I was gonna put the beast on the left to have in Mojo World, but it doesn't really matter.
I don't think at this point, like, the only way you can test Mojo World is if you doubt you will. Looking at your hand, like, how are you gonna get 4 cards there? Because right now, what we're doing next turn is just Forge Chavez. Play Annihilate.
Playing Darkhawk and giving up right is a very bold move.
Click on that sentry. It's ours, but oh no, it's not the same border. It's there.
Oh,
Okay. Eh.
We have priority. So, do we want to go Forge? No.
You want to be.
Yeah, Falcon.
They
Forge. Forge.
No, left. It doesn't matter.
Nico. Well,
they still have a Shadow King coming.
You think they're going to Shadow King and Annihilus? They can only do one of them. Is this not correct?
I would Shadow King cancel.
Shadow King first?
Yeah, because instead of opening with Falcon, you Shadow King middle.
Shadow King middle.
Falcon to
Falcon. Forge. Nico. And then Hood. Nowhere.
Means no, your werewolf ends up on the left, and it's.
Oh, okay.
You stay as
middle.
No, you stay as.
Okay.
You want your werewolf to be on the right because you're not full on the right. Their Annihilus is gonna for you.
Yeah, I guess I do see that. The issue is that my Nico doesn't double.
Yeah. Would you rather have a 15 power werewolf or double Nico?
Yes.
Our goal is to win the game, not to make cute. Cute plays will come. Not today. That's really difficult with bounce because the game gives you a billion plays about.
I'm sorry. I totally missed the math equation where they played both of those.
Yes, because they beast Shadow King. 5 plus 1, not 5
Oh, okay. I did not do that math. Okay.
So, let's focus on the things we know and the information we have at our disposal more than what we're trying to do in our wildest dream.
Okay.
Could we win this
I bet there was a line where we could fill left, or at least put 3.
Yes. But if we did this, we would have just lost to. Because in my book, I should have counted. I trusted you on Shadow King thing. But in my book, they just threw Annihilus left, and that's it.
That was in my head too. Or
Yeah,
there was also a demon somewhere in their hand.
Yeah. Well, they would have gone Annihilus Demon. It's kind of the same.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
like they just played well. Like, can we say they just played? They just played exactly into what we did. Like, they anticipated the fact that we were gonna do something, and they took the counterplay. We played the simple way, we would have won. It's like always the same thing. It's a loop where you identify what your opponent is gonna do. You're like, oh, I can counter it doing this. But then you're like, oh, but if my opponent understands that I can do this to counter them, maybe they take the next step. If they take the next step, I do this, and you just create a loop, and there's literally no way to break it. Because there's always a play that counters a play, and you can do this for hours. So you have to make a decision, and we made the bad one.
Yeah, I definitely with the Shadow King in the map, if we were paying attention to that, that line looked a lot more reasonable that they just played, that we would have wanted to move the one. Yeah. Okay, yes. We'll see what they're doing. That tends to be important too. Can you still hear me? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, it got really quiet.
Right? Iceman left.
It was
Yeah, were you
quiet
saying
because I was
something?
thinking. Oh, I was just thinking. It was quiet because I was trying to decide if the sentry left to destroy Hala was the thing that cost you. So I was just trying to figure out if it was my fault.
Nobody's fault. We're learning.
Yeah, no.
All right, it's my fault. We're learning.
What are we gonna do next? Because if your goal is to fill next turn, then you play. Because next turn you can forge Falcon. If your goal is to beast, you forge. But I think I would Shadow King it. You get the
You
3
would
energy.
shut it.
I just
Yeah.
optimize energy here. It's like I have 3 energy on the table. I can lose energy. I'm gonna get +3.
Okay. Let's.
Oh,
Does that change anything at all? Not really. No.
I'd rather have
you and
+2 twice than transform a pig into it. Okay, wait. Do we snap? Because +3 energy is a lot of energy, but destroy is one of the worst matchup because Killmonger.
We do have Shadow King though,
We have
which
Shadow King and we have Beast. Like next turn, you're gonna forge left into Beast, Shadow King, Falcon Forge, and you're gonna be able to boost +2 every single turn.
yeah, we can just always pick up. They can never kill our stuff.
Yeah. And you're just gonna distribute the forge buffs on one, obviously.
Yep.
And
Not
even
one
if we
cost that are
lose
not
the
Shadow
range,
King.
even if we lose the range, will Falcon that. Oh, they tie the range. All right, that's
I like Iceman. Oh, we can do a
I'd rather bounce for.
really.
Well, you have a Spider Ham in hand. Touch the pig, it's useless. While +2.
Okay. +2 is never useless. Um. Yeah, I think next turn, because if I can hit a death or null,
You can still play them. Just bounce them. You'll get them back next turn when you play Falcon. Like I still play
well,
both on the
I
line
guess I'm
for
trying to
priority.
dodge Killmonger.
You don't have priority.
But I guess going into next turn, or
Well, if
just
you
play
play
both of them.
if you play cards, you'll have more chances of actually having priority, and if you have priority, that's dodge Killmonger. And also,
Okay,
Killmonger on Spider Ham and Iceman is a problem. These are not our
because
premium one costs.
one cost, yeah.
If they went like if they had X-23 or like Deadpool or something that makes Killmonger really strong, they would have incentives. But if we make them play Killmonger just to kill a Spider Ham that we don't care about and an Iceman, I'm really happy it's not gonna go under X-23 Deadpool.
Okay, yeah, and since it's not Forge or Nico, or those are our better hits. Yeah. Never mind.
And you're worried about Killmonger.
I know, how silly of me. What do I want to? Ooh,
You can play both at the same time next. No reason to give him a head.
yep. So, wait, how much energy do I have next turn? 5, 9. Okay, so do I want to just tempo Shadow King?
Wait, if they have priority, if they destroy the Wolverine,
Yes. So
maybe
I
you actually
honestly might as well Shadow King Eternity range. So
not gonna come back. But you could tempo send.
okay, so you were. I thought that was the play that we were avoiding.
Yes, except we figured out we want Shadow King next.
No.
I would buff Falcon because your sentry becomes a Shang-Chi target.
Okay. Falcon.
Yeah,
I
that's
want
fine.
Falcon here. Okay. I'm just trying to put my Falcon so it doesn't. Well, I guess I'm Shadow King left anyways. I should have spread power.
Yeah, I think right was.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. My other left. So that's 3, 4, 5. 5. So Shadow King wins. Annihilus. So I'm just trying to beat Death.
Well, consider they have 5 on the.
Yeah, sorry, Death on the middle and right is kind of the only
Death on
thing.
the right is a 2. Give them -10.
Yeah. So I guess Annihilus middle
I would Annihilus left.
to just if they played something else there.
Your Beast and Falcon are gonna go back to 4. Yeah, and then you throw everything. I don't think they did 8. No, they can't go null plus Death.
Hmm.
Play Deadpool plus Professor.
Yep. I've put Deadpool in my destroy tempo. I find that 5 cost slot is just too unwieldy, and I'd rather put in Nico or Deadpool. Lean even more on the destroy.
Well, if we had Falcon, probably would have.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're learning.
Would we have?
Learning bounce costs a lot of cube.
That's fine. I could care less. I'd rather be better at bounce. Oh, my favorite plus 13 loss. I
Wait, we won.
don't know.
Yeah.
Did we win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're at
It's 7 versus 8.
+8 -7.
7
Okay, we're extremely bad. Alright, I didn't even count. I was like, oh, Professor X. But no, we won.
I was just, you sounded right, and so that sounded good to me. Your confidence. Oh, are we playing another one?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
everyone seems to enjoy it, and we have plenty to learn. And I think it's even more difficult to play it with several people because there's so many different lines of plays that it's really easy to get confused and like pick up an idea from one person, idea from another person, etc., etc.
Sorry about that. I can hang back if you'd like.
Oh,
No, please continue. We need all our brain power on this one. Iceman or no, definitely Ham. Because Sakar, you like Iceman better?
because if Beast comes down, I want Iceman back,
Not Ham back. Okay.
And also, if you Spider Ham a big card and Sakar summons it, it kind of denies the point.
It's a good line.
It's a Nebula.
Haha.
Creator programs are really paying off here. I mean, I have Shadow King, so honestly, that lane is not my biggest concern.
I mean, also if you don't draw Shadow King, you probably never lane anyway.
Yes.
So yes. Or play right if you.
Well, I think I'm winning right if it's anything. I mean, because I have Sentry and Nihilist in hand already, I can play into right even if something happens, storm, rocks.
Is life. Oh, bye bye.
Oh, that's a good card. Or was a good card.
That's Snap World.
I mean, we also have a 9 energy, 20 odd points, too, and the best they're doing is maybe a 20-point swing on the last turn. Because She-Hulk's better than the other two to hit.
Yes.
Yeah, alright. We have points, and they have 9 less of them. This is a good play.
I think I would play it right. Because
You would play it.
Well, the logic is considering there's a sunspot in the middle, you probably are going to play both Sentry and Annihilus in the middle. Means you have to win another lane, and as long as Shadow King is not in your hand, to get left is dead.
Okay.
Because I understand you want them to have negative power and then you give it to them, but I don't think
It's a cute play, I thought.
it's cute. But once again, like we try to win.
Okay, so my one concern on turn 5 is the card Magic. Because this is one of the few Magic decks. And they can, 17 points versus Sunspot and a 20-point.
Well, you don't have to play Annihilus middle.
Okay, I was just.
I think you have to play Sentry middle. You don't have to play Annihilus middle. You could play Annihilus left. You expect Magic because then you have one more turn. Okay. Or right. I don't think we.
I guess, is it Shadow King this turn? That's a Forge. That's different.
Forge Nico.
So Chavez. Are we sacrificing Forge? Nico.
Well,
But is Demon.
If you do it this way, then your play would be Chavez on 6, hopefully Shadow King Annihilus. But
Okay.
the thing is, you are also giving them the opportunity still right before you Annihilus.
Yeah, I definitely want to Annihilus next turn.
Okay. Then don't play the demon. You'll. Oh, they're passing now? Do they know their She-Hulk is a pig?
They could have Infinite into Hulk.
That's annoying.
I agree.
I heard. Now if you Annihilus this turn, you go Annihilus Demon. Right? Oh, you're giving them Beast and Forge.
Do I Demon left? Do I Annihilus Demon left? Because now they're locked, and what's that put us at points? That's for
13 of 11. If
and
you think
then
they're gonna play Infinite, they're gonna stay at 11. I think it's good.
Yes. Yeah, that it's unexpected. Oh. That's a Cosmo. Hey, look at us go. We are. Ooh. Which one goes over?
That was probably another reason to Nihilus fast, as yeah, they play.
So why didn't we
Uh,
play Demon middle? Oh, I see, because we know we have a turn 7, yeah.
No, because the
And we also couldn't.
into this.
I mean, on the previous turn, but yeah, anyway.
Oh, Ultron,
That
right?
doesn't help us.
Oh no, Ultron.
Ultron.
There's the Cosmo. I mean,
Cosmo.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That doesn't help. None of this helps.
No.
Shadow King
No.
helped. Yes. Yeah, Cosmo Armor was 2 cards they play. And like the only deck that plays those 2 cards. Are we we're out. I mean, if they just put one big thing that costs
No, they
6.
don't need. They don't have to play anything. Their Sunspot goes up, their Nebula goes up.
Okay, yeah. Not playing anything is and winning
Well,
is not
they
great.
still, like Hulk is much better than playing because it's 7 energies. But
Yeah.
the Cyclops still.
Not
But
if you're
they
on
contr-
YouTube. It's just,
Yeah.
it's better just to play nothing and win.
Oh, I'm clicking. Am I clicking too fast? Is there anything?
No.
Yes,
No,
we should have
no.
been more aggressive with our Nihilus.
The
And
problem was turn 5. We tried to make play instead of playing a Nihilus against the deck we knew didn't have any.
We should remember that we're already cute, so we don't need to be cute through our plays.
Yep. All right.
but Nico's so fun. Another one you said?
I mean,
Yeah,
Nico is
yeah.
so fun. There's a lot of fun things with this deck, but ultimately the goal should be because if it's just about trying to make the cutest plays, you can do a ton of them, like with this deck. But in the end, it's about trying to win games.
So what's special about this deck? Is just Nico and Nihilus?
Oh, it's just bounce and I. We're just
Oh,
testing decks that are doing it in the meta.
gotcha.
Asgard.
Right.
You're gonna go all the way right? Does it matter?
It's because if
because you want to Century Nihilus. Yes, I'm seeing what you're
yeah,
what we're doing with this deck now.
Tests a lane on it. Ooh. Demon Forge. But no, actually, it's better to forge.
Oh, because Shadow King and we can shift the demon. Yes.
You can get the buff in your hand, Shadow King.
They're not doing anything. Well, yes, I might as well
Well, you could
beast now. Yeah, we're doing things, we have points. They're not doing things.
We're just gonna go point. And Crimson Cosmo is not such a big deal because cost there.
Or Century, yeah. I think we have. Oh.
Alright.
Wonderful. The best we've done all night.
We took 14
Oh, this deck is easy.
We did win the other game, we definitely lost or whatever.
Yeah, we won the game where we couldn't count. But it was a good thing, and then we lost the game we couldn't count, but that was a bad thing.
I'm feeling like counting isn't as important because you're gonna win or lose.
I mean, it's basically 50 every game.
I mean, it's hubris to think we control fate. Like, just play cards. We have no idea if we'll win or lose. There's nothing we can do to control it. The point is we're cute. Wait, maybe I missed the lesson.
The developers can change the cards anyway. What's telling me they're not gonna change it mid-game? Why would I even read them?
That's right. That's right.
Forge.
100% Forge left. There's literally no bad outcome.
That's right.
There has to be some sort of bad outcome. We have a lot of time to think.
There
Look,
was
even I can't think of one.
literally no
Oh,
doubt.
that was actually the best thing that could happen because their forge is way worse.
Yep.
Double. Ooh,
Yeah,
I
let's
like
do that,
points.
and then I'll be able to
Um,
Falcon.
you're falconing the forge?
Forge Falcon.
Really? Not the Nico?
No, because it's a destroy deck and they play Killmonger, and I don't want them to kill my 8-power Nico, even if it's cute.
But we would be ahead in priority.
So?
Well, we'll just I know you're werewolf the next turn. Rules are no fun. I'm trying to be a rule breaker here. Oh, I just
I'm
forged my
sorry.
forge.
We did a lot of cute stuff. I just want to play one game the right way. Right? Can you top deck armor? Just...
I wouldn't mind it. That sounds good. Okay. So werewolf.
Where?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is the question
play
for the day.
play their wolf.
I like werewolf. Right?
I would play it in the middle.
Okay. Why? That
Because this is where I know I don't want werewolf where I have the most points. This is where they have the least points, and this is where Grand Central is. So I know I don't want werewolf to.
Is it worth playing Forge now just to move it somewhere?
No, because they still can play Killmonger.
Okay.
Like, it's a 0-cost forge. Moving it now or next turn changes absolutely. Except maybe he doesn't have cramps because he's all at once.
So they're playing Carnage on turn 3, which, so maybe they don't have the Deathlock, maybe they don't have...
yes.
Yes. So we don't have
Okay.
list.
Why did you do we not want to forge into the 1/1 or no?
I guess I was just holding because it's a 0 cost and
I just figured this. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Alright, now we can get another
Now you can
0-cost
run.
forge.
no, this is the plus.
This is
It's
the +2.
It's forge, yeah. It's forge, Nico. What do we do? There's so many options.
So, we're gonna get Chavez next turn. So, we do Spider-Ham to... We do
Forge middle.
Forge
Nico.
last. On the bonus to Chavez next. Then you go Hood.
Oh, forge last. Well, Hood where?
Middle. Go left. Forge.
And then our demon's gonna go middle.
Yes, our bulls, we have one card in hand. It's Chavez.
They did nothing.
Yep.
They do not get to death. Well, they might get to death.
It's a 6-cost pig. I doubt it.
They have to have better cards than that. I only hope.
I mean, I doubt it.
Werewolf is very large.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, like
Your head.
Yeah, it's forged.
It's
going to be ahead. Wow.
Oh, it's forged. Calm down. It's still.
and there's not a lot of other options here.
Where's left? Not really.
Is it worth leaving? That is the question here. Because we are ahead.
I would
You'd
snap
stay?
before I leave.
You would. Can you snap before you leave?
No, but if I had to choose snap or leave, I would snap.
Okay, so we're not going to do anything because.
I mean, they passed on turn 5, and their Deadpool is. I'm pretty sure if you snap, they leave. But I wouldn't.
Well, you can't.
So if they Venom left, yeah.
If they had Venom, they would have played it last turn.
That's funny. Oh,
I
that
actually
was
still think I win.
good.
Venom. This is a Venom. This is a Nico?
No.
Well, you win
Oh
by
my god.
one. That's crazy. With the voided lane. That's funny.
Why did they
I
stay in?
Because Killmonger is really good against your deck.
mean, yes, but
Oh no, what they did was really. And if they counted, they would have noticed that Nico on the right was losing them.
uh,
14.
the only way to no, there was no way to win with these two cards.
For them?
Yeah, no matter where they put it, and no matter what happened to X-23. Like if they won the left, right, the right, yes, the right by one. If both of those went over there,
Okay.
well, I guess. Yeah. All right.
Okay, do we want to do a last
Look
one?
at this. Sure. Let's do one more. That sounds fun. I'll take the cubes.
We actually climbed
If
ranks.
everyone's just, I am falling so much. Just I didn't play pretty much all of Thanksgiving because I was not playing Marvel Snap.
I was.
I
just didn't go
fell
turkey.
like a 300, 400 ranks.
Yep. Same thing happened to me. I was like 1100 earlier in the week and haven't really had time to play the last few days. Logged in now, I'm like 15 something.
It compounds so fast. When I was much higher up in the ranks, I was like gaining ranks by not playing.
Yeah, it doesn't move. Like I'm always in the 200.
Iceman. What are they doing? Where? Oh, they're hooding. Hood Forge. Ooh,
Definitely not the other order.
Hood Forge.
Left. Why don't you want to bounce? Do you
You
fancy
come up with a lot of.
second demon?
It's a lot of good ideas. It's a lot of good ideas. I was in the eternity range. We're trying not to lose it. Ooh, Jeff. It's always fun.
We're trying not to lose. You're gonna beast it. This hood doesn't contribute. Your eternity range is gonna be 6, no matter what you do.
Yes, but I didn't have anything after that. But yes, that's a demon. I got a rock. Oh, I'll have to pull up that title for this day. I know what to do. I got this. No,
Hold
no.
my,
Huh?
hold my beer.
Okay, but actually, where do I? Would you werewolf left instead? That feels objectively more correct.
Do you want to compete for priority or?
I don't think it.
I guess it gives you one more werewolf move. Right? No? Am I wrong? Am I doing math horribly?
No, you played.
Demon, not ham now. Okay. Why not ham now?
Because gonna feel right.
I mean, we can. That is something our deck is able to do.
Then we play the rest of the cards. Because Iceman is used 6, Hood is used.
This feels like I'm doing that run wrong.
Graham.
Forge, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and so that gives us 4 plays. So our wolf is in the middle.
Yeah, no matter unless you fill middle, your wolf ends up in the middle because we're probably
Okay.
gonna fill middle.
We're trying to fill a lot here. All right.
Yeah, but we're bound. So
Run out of time.
yeah, but the play is
Yes.
done.
Yeah.
And that's probably Sentry and Nihilus. I can't imagine it's not. Oh,
Oh,
that most definitely ruined their plans.
Did you get the Annihilus?
no. Alas,
Alioth.
Oh, okay. I didn't see. Oh, go.
Cards. Because I can fill everything I want to fill, but I feel like I like this.
No,
I do
the
not
forge
like
is
this.
the forge is nothing then.
You
yeah, and
gotta fill,
also
and you gotta fill right.
want to fill right because void for no. Oh, Shadow
Yeah.
King middle is fine.
Shadow King, Forge,
Forge left. You lost the
and then Demon, right? Okay.
And then Werewolf
Well,
in the middle.
no, because the first card that reveals is a werewolf is not gonna move. On reveals happen before werewolf moves, so Sentry is gonna try to send a void, not gonna work, and then werewolf's gonna
blocked.
join.
And then I get Shadow King.
Yes, that's a good idea. Shadow King left. Ah, there's
Forge. There's no good spot to put this Shadow King. No shot. I mean, but we need to fill a spot.
play Shadow King right. Just play Demon right. No, that's fine like this.
Okay.
Left.
Oh no! Come on. Oh, that Forge isn't doing anything now.
It's your Shadow King on the left is +2.
Just do one with the Shadow King. Or the Shadow King won the lane.
Doom.
Gonna win the right.
I got him enough to end it.
You didn't know that we're gonna play. Actually,
Yeah.
let's play.
I mean, if we Forge,
We played Shadow King in because we wanted to fill, or our mistake was to try and fill. Because you said it was right. Actually, we should have noticed crazy steal or points on the right or so against Sentry and Nihilus, we abandoned the have just Shadow King. That was just
and we were just playing cute to go fill up the location and block a Nihilus, which didn't work in the first place.
yeah. Once again, like I mean, this is just the same, giving different ideas and nobody actually like really bounce with multiple. Absolutely horrible because everyone is throwing different plays and there's not enough time to consider all of them, and most of the time nobody just because yeah, considering werewolf was on the right, like central middle, there's no way we can fill the right. They revealed after
Yes, and yeah, and they would have put stuff.
based on this, we should have just abandoned the right, picked more than enough middle. I'm Chavez. And instead we spent all of trying to figure out where to play a Shadow King.
And gaining us exactly 1 point. Yep.
I mean, not only was it doing nothing, but it was actually taking points away.
It was a
Right.
+1.
So,
Like Shadow King is a +1, +6, and 1.5 trying to figure out how to play 7 points. You have a 9.
mhm.
All right. Well, bounce is difficult.
Passes. Yes.
It's
That's the
challenging.
takeaway. But I do want to finish. Let's finish.
All right. We can do that.
Let's
We're
play,
thinkers.
let's play that good game. Good.
Good game with good choices. You want to do both of those?
Play 2 games.
In this economy,
But you know what? We'll play 4 games. 1 for good, 1 for choice, good, 1.
Quake.
And-
Just add Quake.
yeah,
And 1 for quick.
that's right. And then a fun one, I was going to say, but yeah, same answer.
This isn't fun yet.
But also, there's a chance like Shadow King is not good in the deck. Like it's been more annoying to us than it was to our opponent.
Mhm.
I'm actually wondering, should we just play something else, like an armor, so we protect both from Killmonger and we annoy opposing Nihilus? That sounds so much better. It's just the 2 things we've been facing. So yeah, a lot of mistakes, but we got the conclusion, which is play armor, not Shadow. Aim.
Ooh. Yes. I know what to do here. Yeah, is this worth it?
Not worth it, but it's right because
Yeah.
that's the left.
It's been a long day. All right. Was Shadow King better there as just a tempo play? And if we really thought we needed it against the deck, we could just pick up Beast.
Yeah, but now Falcon, and now you have Falcon, one energy Falcon, and you're bound to draw.
Hope so. What do they got? What are they doing? Oh, Green Goblin. That's
Playing an island.
so fun. Yeah, love that. I mean, everything worked for us. Snap. Oh no, I'm just clicking.
Yeah, just
Okay.
slam.
Slam Century. Yeah, I guess it truly does not matter. Maybe it matters.
Middle and left are. Except you have some ultra vision that's telling you next.
All right. Well, then we'll do what the deck does. I'm snapping. I like when they give me Green Goblin and I have an Atlas.
Plus, it's maybe a Galactus. You have the rock.
Quinja, is it Loki? It's Loki.
Oh, they didn't get
I mean, ooh.
How are they going to win? They don't have a Nihilus, so
Well, if they Loki, they have a Nihilus.
it's
maybe
turn 5 already.
Coulson.
Yeah, it's turn 5. It's turn 5. That's right.
It
It was
is
already
turn.
turn 6.
You
So
still
yeah, they have to Loki today.
you still annihilate. Eight on the.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, if they have Loki.
Black Panther. Bold of them.
Work for it.
Which last time I checked, we don't even have to play. I mean, we can play 3 points. Here we go. Best card in the deck, Shadow King. Whew. All right.
How are we
You
going
and
to
I
replace it
got
with
that in.
thunder?
No point not to do something like whatever this is. Just to.
I would have actually. I think 1 and 3 are the exact same. Play left, take it. I think the play was Falcon middle, Spider-Ham middle. Just put 1 point on the left and you tell them you have energy on. Otherwise, you.
Okay. So why the Forge left opposed to the Spider-Ham?
Because wait, what was Nico?
Card in hand.
Oh, then I thought Spider-Ham was gonna.
Oh, yeah, no, card in hand. They do look a little similar. But we did it. We won a game.
Let's go.
Like it's hard.
Yes. There's nothing like no collector, no Loki decks. Those are
Yeah.
that's my tough matchup.
You
Those
know,
two are
it's
the
a
best
Black
decks in the
Panther Loki no collector deck.
All right. On this note, I will. This was a lot of fun, but yeah, learning bounce. Very demanding. Probably didn't have the perfect setup for it, but I think we saw some good, and we actually could establish that probably armor is great.
You-
Because the thing with werewolf is you have actually like protecting, making sure. Probably not. We haven't seen that many. Oh, we're gonna was always a tech card.
Yeah, I guess that's the biggest difference. The Annihilus Century package is so many points by itself that the other bounce decks didn't have. Like Darkhawk's like an 8, maybe a 10, where Annihilus Century is like 20 points.
Yeah, but you have more
27 points.
disruption. Or disrupting their deck, different.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely see the pluses and minuses of the two decks, but just like in the sense of Shadow King, you're not catching up on points with the Annihilus version because you have a line that makes so many.
Which is why I think armor. And also armor is so good against other Annihilus because kill the right lane, play armor.
Mhm.
This is the strangest run I've seen. We did something like 10 rounds, I think. You didn't face a single Professor X.
Yeah, the
Wow.
Destroy deck, the only deck that
But even
doesn't
they didn't
traditionally play.
They didn't do Prof X, I think.
Oh, they didn't. They didn't Profex our.
Someone did, but maybe it was.
Yeah,
I'm
I thought it was the Deadpool Destroy because we thought that was weird.
yes, because and then you told us you had actually Deadpool in your tempo, Sylvan.
Yeah.
That was 30
See, I'm
minutes
making
ago.
things up. There you go. Yeah.
Alright.
What is time?
We're gonna say goodbye to YouTube. Thanks for following us. It was a little rocky today, but that's sometimes how it goes. Like as long as we figure things out, the method doesn't matter too much. As long as we're learning. Goodbye, YouTube.